Now, as far as tombstones are concerned, I only make the Old West wood style tombstones now, because the styrofoam ones that you buy at the store or you make yourself are just complete garbage. They blow away, they're always blowing over, they blow into the neighbor's yard, and you do all these things to try to weight them down or use posts to try to stick them into the ground, and they're still all wobbly and just look ridiculous, quite frankly. So I'm just absolutely done with it. All I make now is the Old West style wood crosses. Those will never blow away, so they're totally awesome. Now, I also put this decorative tree in here, like this old dead tree, but the cool thing about it is it's not really a tree at all, it's just a tree branch. And I actually cut off of that tree right over there that's eventually going to fall down anyways, and there was a dead limb on there, and I just went ahead and cut it off with the circular saw. And this little decorative tree as well was just some scrap limbs that I found on the hillside, so just went ahead and used it. Now, if you have tons of dead leaves up on your hill like we do, and we probably shouldn't, a really cool thing that you can do is just grab a pile of those and throw them around the bottom of the tree, and it's kind of decorative. It makes it look more like it was a real tree and the leaves fell off or something. And of course over here I took and found a bunch of limbs all over the hillside, and they're actually pretty cool looking, so I just went ahead and attached those with some string to the fence to make it look old and overgrown. And of course here you can see that I used this sort of effect. There's the pine cone down there too, everywhere, to just make everything look like it's been there for a long time and it's old and aged by throwing those leaves down. 780 Now this window structure here is a really cool idea because it really makes the structure look more like a house. As you can see, I put little boards on there to make it seem like an old abandoned house and everything, and it looks pretty good like that. And another thing that's cool about these windows is it kind of gives the whole structure this really weird kind of house-like feel from the inside. And I just got this material from the dollar store and just stapled it up there, and those kind of look like curtains, and you've got the little boards going across the window and you can look out through the window. And over here there's another window display. And another cool thing about this window idea is that when people are walking by the window, they're dressed in costumes, and when people walk outside of the window as they're going through the maze, they're also dressed in costumes. And when these people look at each other, it's kind of like an added jump scare where the audience is scaring the audience, and it's actually really creepy and uncomfortable to be walking through here and all of a sudden see somebody in a costume like staring in the window at you, or like come walking up to a window and look at you, and they're probably freaked out to see you standing here dressed in a Halloween costume as well. So it's kind of like I made the audience into actors. Now, of course, if you're going to put in the windows, you got to put in 2 beams right there. And then you got to put in some beams on the top and bottom to secure your window. Now, this window right here is actually acrylic. So it's clear acrylic, and it's not actually glass. And so you can just drill through that. And then down here from the outside, I put in the little screws, and you can see on either side I put wood to secure it, because otherwise the heat makes this flimsy acrylic bend, and it's about 1/8 of an inch.